The competition this year is like mostly like a show, so I don't have any pressure. I'm just here to have fun and like do my best. And it's always cool, of course, to see all the riders again, because yeah, we didn't see each other so much this year due to COVID, but hopefully next year will be better as well.
Good morning and welcome to the Vanora Engadinwind by Dakine up here in the lovely lake of Silvaplana, and we have got a show for you today. We have got the finals of the tow-in, obviously the EFPT tow-in, and the boys are going to go off. They have told me we've got 6 riders in that final, and we're going to talk you through what we've got. Different categories. It's a kind of a knockout format, so 6 riders will take one run. The worst rider will get knocked out. Then 5 riders will go, 1 rider will get knocked out. 4 riders will go, 1 rider will get knocked out, which will leave 3 men standing. And then it's winner takes all, and just one run for each of those 3 riders, and we'll find out where they are on the podiums. So what riders have we got in the show? We got Max Matusek. He actually got it together at the end of yesterday, threw down a big no-hander, and that got him into the final. We've got Bals Muller, obviously the Swiss local crazy man who is known for his craziness, basically. Then we've got Amado Vreeswijk. He had a pretty good showing yesterday. And then the kangaroo himself, Sam Steve, and his crazy combos. One of the newest up-and-coming riders on the scene at the moment, Leonard Neubauer, German, living over in Greece. He is going to be a force. He has been practicing the tow-in discipline and off the ramp, and he is looking in good form in the warm-up. And then we have got Jentel Kers, pulled off a pretty clean double air culo at the end of the session yesterday. I've got to apologise for yesterday. Obviously we had a massive problem with the internet, so we can only say sorry for that. I can put the pre-recorded show up, and I'll do that at the end of today. But now we have got 6 riders in this final. Obviously we lost a few yesterday. Antoine Albert knocked out, Sarah Kita off Ringer knocked out, Thomas Traversa knocked out. So Antoine Albert, he was a bit gutted, I've got to be honest, and he did have some good moves, so I definitely felt for him yesterday, but he wanted to be in this final. At the moment he's going to be watching. So first up on my list, it's going to be Max Matusek. We're kicking off at 10:30, so we came on a little bit early today, just to bring you that. You can let me know where you're watching from or who you're cheering for in the comments. And for people who don't know and they're thinking, why are we doing tow-in? I do explain this every day, but here in Lake Silvaplana, the wind in the morning is super light. It's a windsurfing event. The organizer, Christian Muller, loves windsurfing. In the afternoon, he's got the IQ Foil World Championships. Last year he had the Europeans. Before that, I think he had the Formula Foil World, so it's all about racing. And they've got the longest standing windsurfing event in the world coming up this afternoon as well, which is the marathon. So that is a big one. But he needs something to do in the mornings, and he has decided he wants to do towing, because what else are you going to do? There's no wind. He wants to put windsurfing show on. Can't go windsurfing when there's no wind, but when you've got the tow-in and you've got a winch, you can go apparent wind surfing, and it definitely works. The boys were pulling off, and the girls, Sarah Kita was in it yesterday, were pulling off some absolutely, for want of a better word, sick tricks, dude. It was really well, the boys were throwing it down. Like I say, double air culo. To do that in normal sailing is hard enough. To do it when you're getting towed behind a winch about 3-4 meters from the shore. He was pretty spectacular, I've got to say. That looks like a Mardo Vrieswijk, so interesting. Like I said, on my list I got Max Matysek. He was meant to be the first up, but looking at the visuals there, this looks like a Mardo Vrieswijk getting ready to go. So what we will do is we will watch and we will see what the guys are throwing down. We're going to see air funnels, we're going to see air funnel into funnel, we're going to see air burners. For anyone who's not into freestyle, you'll soon get the idea. That is one of the easier and more favorite tricks of these riders, to go big, to go high, and it is one of the tricks that gets the most points. So yeah, we're just waiting to see if it is Max Matysek going first, because like I said, this looks like it's going to be a Mardo Vrieswijk. I can see the organisers, Danny Cater, having a bit of a shout around. Maybe they're trying to tell him we want to see Max Matysek up first, but maybe a Mardo Vrieswijk. He has got the IQ Foil World Championships. He is racing in the afternoon, so maybe he is going to go first, because it's quite a serious thing. He's trying to get into the Dutch Olympic team, and he's doing pretty well, I have to say. So maybe that is why he wants to go first, to get himself ready in the IQ Foil racing this afternoon. If you're interested in watching the IQ Foil racing at the end of the day, that's going to be starting at 3 o'clock local time. It's obviously 10:30 now. We'll be going live for an hour, and it's hotting up. We're getting towards the final day, obviously the final day tomorrow. So the guys at the end of the day, anyone in the top 12 will go into this kind of super final medal race format, which I'll explain more when we're doing the racing. Obviously we're doing the tow-in now. We've got Matthew saying, honestly, the new tow-in format is super fun to watch. There we go. Get some good comments. Greetings from Cyprus. Go Leonard Neubauer. From Katrina. We've got Jan. I'm ready again. Curious how they will pop. Me too. Interestingly, well, so we've got Hecko saying, let's go Radiculo for the win. That's obviously Bals Muller. But yeah, they have got a boat creating a wake. So we do have different categories. Let me run through them. First category will be air. So all 6 riders will have to get the longest air time. They're filming in super slow-mo, the judges, and they will be looking at the time in super slow-mo that they're in the air. The leader from the qualification for that was Yentel Kers with 9 seconds in the super slow-mo. So again, that's a different combat. Then we've got combo, which is obviously you have to do a pop, or you have to do a combo maneuver. Then we've got regular, which means, oh, regular stance. Okay, that's interesting. So they can't go switch, which again, I'll explain that, because it looks like that would be normal, but actually it's not normal, because they actually have to have their feet with the sail back winded, which will become clear when we see them going down, when you've got some visuals. And then the last category, when you've got the 3 riders going for first, second and third, will be full send category. And that is where we saw the double air culo from Yentel Kers, our well, current world freestyle champion, current European champion, I'm pretty sure. He's won it all. Andrea says, hey Ben, nice to hear you again. Now here we go, Mardo Vrieswijk. So this is what was be known as switch. He's back-winded, obviously got the apparent wind. The boat is coming in to create a wake. Mardo Vrieswijk, first run up. Bosch goes for the scope. Oh, just didn't quite get it. Back foot come out. Maybe he wants to get himself ready for that IQ Foil World Championships. Like I said, the one with the least points out of this first round, you only get 1 run, will not go through to the next round. It's a knockout format. We've got Den Windsurfing watching from Kent in England. Was about to repair my boards, but decided to watch the live stream instead. No wind here today. Good to see you tuning in. Got Zenora saying beats the RSX Olympic Pump Fest for sure. I'll tell you what, it's been pretty exciting, I thought, the racing this week. But yeah, these boys are throwing it down. Now, I have to say boys because it is only boys, but Sarah Keita has been throwing it down earlier in the competition. She had some pretty tasty moves. The one-handed burner yesterday was probably my standout for Sarah Keita. I'm sure you're going to be seeing some pictures online from that move. So like I say, if you are tuning in to the YouTube channel, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Who's your money on? 6 riders in this. We got John Boom watching from Fehmarn in Germany. It's quite famous, isn't it? Isn't that where they have the big windsurfing show? Fehmarn. Alrighty. So next up, he's kind of ruined my order, Armado Freestrike. I have a feeling it's Max Matasek should be up next. But we saw before Balsmuller was kind of getting himself ready, so well, we'll have to wait and see. Can't see Max there, looks like it with that green board. It does look like it's Max Matasek on the Fanatic duotone kit. Like I said, he pulled out all the stops on his last run yesterday, went for the big no-hander and full extension, and fair play to him. Really threw it down. But Ben, who do you think is going to win the IQ foil? I'll tell you what, with this format we've got, I'll talk more about it later, but it's very interesting. Who's going to win the qualifying? That's different, but who's going to win? That's not so easy. Watching from Berlin in Germany, waiting for the wind on the Baltic Sea, says Levin. Switzerland tuning in from Johan as well, so good to see a few people tuning in from around the world. In Switzerland, you get yourself down here. All right, Max Matasek, he's surely got to go no hands. But what am I on about? It's the air category. So we do have scoring. Let's have a look, see if we've had any update on that. Still waiting. That super slow-mo is very slow-mo. 4.75. Not a big score from Armado Vreeswijk. But if someone was to miss their jump, not get the height, it would make a big difference, wouldn't it? Because he got some height there, didn't land it. Only one rider won't go through. So is Armado Vreeswijk safe? One mistake from the other guys, if they don't get height, they won't be going through. So Armado kind of crashed, foot come out, but he got some height. And they have said they're not penalising crashes. They want to see completed manoeuvres, but you're not getting minus points if you don't land it. So that is a big change this year, and they are setting the category. So EFPT, if you're just tuning in, the European Freestyle Pro Tour, newly taken on by Adam Sims. Still a rider in his own right, got his own production company pretty much, and obviously now the main man behind the EFPT. So here we go, Max Matasek. Looked like he got a bit stuck, but he knows what he's doing, Max. Or does he? Has a little wobble. Here we go. Fanatic duotone rider from Austria, Max Matasek. Is he going to go big? Oh, not that big, but kind of like an air grubby. I've never quite seen that move before. I'm not sure that was as high as the Scopo attempt from Armado Vreeswijk. So not, it looked like he kind of went a little bit earlier than he wanted there. The boat was already, didn't look quite happy when he was setting up. And there we go. Yeah, just didn't quite get it. But I've never seen an air grubby before. Is that a new move? I wonder what that goes down on the scorecard. I kind of liked it. Obviously it's not an air grubby. Would have been a Scopo. So we'll wait for the scores to drop in. The guys that have been already were the lower qualifying riders. So as we go through the draw, we will get to the more tried and tested. I say tried and tested, these guys are good as well, but the ones that have been on form at this competition here in Silverplana are still to come. Obviously Jentel Kers has been the man who has been leading the way this week. Leonard Neubauer, Sam Steve, some pretty big names. We also got Balsmuller. Oh, Max Matasek goes into last place, and that is the all-important last place, because as I just told you, the last place rider will get kicked out after this round, and then we will go and do the same again with the 5 riders that are still in, and the next category will be the combo category. This is the air category, so you need to get as much height as possible. So it's all about timing that run up, nailing the takeoff, and getting the height. Oh, we've got a fair few comments coming in on the YouTube from Berlin. Johan, Still got to pump through the lulls in the IQ. Here we go, Bols Muller. Crazy Bols Muller. We expect him to go big. He's got a trademark helmet. What's he got for us? The man from Switzerland. He's not on the foil, but he's going big. Oh! Ow, wow, you are, wee wah. Well, that's one way to wake up in the morning. That looked nasty. We're going to get a little replay of this. But he says his dad doesn't like watching him in the towing, and I'm pretty sure if his dad's watching, he ain't going to be happy with that. That looked pretty brutal. Oh! That just looked nasty. Oh, but did he have the height? That's the question. I think he did. We got Emily, good morning from Germany. I'm good. That's Netherlands. Seems to be no wind around. A lot of IQ foil followers on the chat in the freestyle. Good to see. A very good, strong contingent from Holland in the racing. But we are on the towing at the moment with the EFPT. Hi Ben, how is Max Matasek doing from the last stage competition? Stepped it up yesterday. That's to Tim. Big no-hander is what qualified him for this final, kind of just scraping ahead of Antoine Albert. But at the moment, he's not thrown down the biggest of tricks, and Bols Muller goes into the lead. I mean, it's just about not being last. That's pretty much what it's about. 6.63 from Bols Muller. Make sure he's not last. It's all about the show. That's what the EFP want to do. But actually, prize money is very similar from last to first in this competition. That's what they want to do. They want to make sure it's all about the show. We've got Sarah Jackson tuning in from a van in Halen Island. Did you say the marathon? Yes, the marathon. It's not going to count towards the IQ foil results. Oh, I got more racers tuning in than freestylers. We've got Van der Veen saying Belgium for Jentel. Yeah, Jentel is one to watch. Sam and Steve, who looks like he's going to be up next, is also one to watch. This guy has got some crazy combo moves. But this is not the combo category. This is the air category. We want to see height. We want to see air time. Are we going to see it? That's the question. Who's going to go big? Go big or go home. Literally. You will be going home if you don't go big. Sam and Steve, can he get some decent airtime? We will be getting the riders in for a bit of a chat. We had some good chats yesterday. It's a shame it wasn't live because some good outfit information going down. Here we go. Sam and Steve from France. This guy has got it all, but has he got the height today? He's bouncing into it. Oh, that's a fully sick double rotation. We're going for height. Maybe that's what he thought was the best to get his height, was just to go for the double rotation. He gets the landing. That's not a 4-point jump. I know it's all about height, but it's definitely not a 4-point jump. Check that. Burner. Well, pretty much a double burner, isn't it? I've got to be honest, I need brushing up on my freestyle tricks. So any freestylers out there want to contradict me, go ahead. I'll be happily told. To me, that's like double burner. We got Robert saying, would an old floaty jump work? Well, you know what? They told me it's about airtime. So, in theory, I think it would be. But who's, look at that. I'm just looking at the replay. I've got my laptop set up a little bit behind the TV here, so I get about 3 replays, which is pretty cool. But Sam and Steve looking in fine form, and maybe a good tactic. Go for the double air move, which gives him some heights. Let's have a look at the scoring. Scoring coming through pretty soon. At the moment, Bols Muller is safe with 6.63. Goes through to the next round. Amado Vroeswijk, 4.75. And then we got Max Matasek on 4 points. I had an idea that there should be like this dump chair where the loser at the time has to sit on this chair or a toilet seat or something. And then at the end, if they're still on the seat, they get kicked in the water. The guys weren't into it. You never know. Maybe at a future event that could happen. I know I've seen it, with with the mountain biking when the winner gets to sit on the throne. But Sam and Steve throw down at 8.38, so he is safely in the next round. Max Matasek is looking precariously on the edge of getting kicked out of this first round here in Lake Silvaplana, and this is Leonard Neubauer. This guy has got some moves, one of the hottest talents in normal windsurfing, let alone towing, but check the moves from the young fella. He has got it all, and there we go. That's just an easy move for him. He is bang, 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 bang in the next round. Max Matasek, we're feeling the pressure now. With one man to go, Max Matasek is staring an exit in the face. He might be joining me here in the commentary booth, because next up we've got Yentil Kers. Not someone who fluffs his lines, so to speak. Well, it's interesting. Robert said, do they need to land or just go as high as possible? I was told they're timing the air time with a slow-mo camera, and then the judges are basically looking at the times. Yentil Kers, I think, got 9 seconds on the slow-mo camera in the first round. That's all the highest scoring move. They are counting the moves as well, I think. So it's more complicated than you think. 9 points, Leonard Neubauer, there we go. Like I said, safely in the next round. It's pretty much, looking at this, going to the seeding. The seeding was Max Matasek, actually Balsmuller and Amado a little bit crossed over, but the rest is going to the seed. And if it was to carry on like that, we're expecting to see big things from this man, Yentil Kers. It's not warm, the lake. Yentil is in a short leg suit, so he's obviously not planning on getting wet. I've also got another idea for tomorrow, so what do you guys think? I have suggested it to the powers that be in the EFPT, but it's a kind of wheel of death, wheel of fortune, where you have moves on a wheel and you spin the wheel and then they have to do that move because it's tricks for cash. And then if they want to double the money for that move, they spin another wheel and it decides if it's one-handed, no-handed, planing, high, naked. And they spin the other wheel. If they just want to take the single cash, they can just spin the wheel once and just pick the move, and if they do that move, they get the cash. If they want the double money, they spin the other move and it picks the style of the move, like I said, one-handed, naked. And then you can forfeit it, or they could maybe pass it on to another rider. I think it'd be such a funny format. I don't know if the riders are up for it, but I have suggested it. I think it would be quite cool. It was a plan I had for doing a video, actually, so it would be great to see it live in competition to see how it works. But I think it's a fun format. Right, Yentil Kers. Who cares? Yentil Kers is getting ready. Jan says he likes the idea of spinning the wheel. Good lad, Jan. Terry Jackson, yes, yes, yes. That sounds so good. I agree. Like I said, the video would be good, but I think live could be even funnier. Basher says spin the fin. The problem is the app is on the phone. But yeah, if we had it all set up, you could have something like that with a real life, you know, wheel of death. Yentil Kers, come on, son. Let's get this show on the road. Here we go, Yentil Kers. He did the double at Kulo end of yesterday, and I'll tell you what, there was some pretty big hand time on that. But here comes the Belgian, reigning world freestyle champion. What's he got behind the boat? It's just pretty safe. He just went safe and big single move. He knows he just needs to get into the next round. Professional to the end. So there we go. He will be in the next round. It looks like we've just lost Max Matasek. We've got Alvaro saying the naked bit is the best bit about the wheel. Yeah, the wheel, basically, what I want to do is online, so you've got to have a digital wheel. Well, you haven't got to. If you can make one in time, you could do it in real, but you need 2 wheels. It's definitely easy on the app. But yeah, do it live right before the run, and you've got to film their face. and you get one pass over, you can pass it to some other rider. If you have just joined us, we're doing the tow-in here at the Engadinwind, the Vanora, I should say, Engadinwind by Dakine at EFPT Freestyle Pro Tour tow-in competition. It's the morning's entertainment when the wind is not enough. So we have see a few of the IQ foils heading out. They've got an early morning sort of slalom competition. And we've got the results on, and it is Max Matasek. Just changing the subject back to the tow-in. Max Matasek is out. So next round will be Amado Vrieswijk, Bals Muller, Sam Steve, Leonard Neubauer, Jentel Kers. But I have a feeling Amado Vrieswijk might be getting a bit nervous because he surely is in the slalom, so we might not see Amado Vrieswijk again. That might be Amado Vrieswijk already out. I'm sure we're going to get confirmation of that. But looking at the IQ foil, have we lost Amado yet?
Amado stepped out because he's doing the IQ foil.
Okay, so Amado has gone.
But Max is last position, and because we're competing for a ranking, unfortunately Max cannot compete in the next round.
Okay, so we have lost Amado due to he's got to go get ready for the IQ foil, but Max Matasek is still out. So we've lost 2 riders, 4 riders left in. Yeah, well, that's interesting. It'd be interesting to see what they do with the trick list, because we've got air combo regular send, but now we've lost 1 too many riders. So we'll just have to play it by ear when we go through. Current start time of the marathon, it's a good question. I'm guessing around midday if the wind's good enough, but the marathon won't count towards the IQ foil world championships, and I guess a lot of them will not be entering, saving their energy. But Bals Muller, that's who we want to see. The crazy Swissman. He's not on the foil, he actually did the first tow-in on the foil. He's now back on the fin. What's he got for us? Doing a little pop, wakeboard style. Oh, cutting in, loads of speed, needs the combo. What's he got? Goes for the little combo. Beautiful little double funnel. Yeah. So we see the replay. I mean, it's amazing what they can do behind this boat. The wind has actually picked up a little bit now. Probably got about 10 knots. Here he comes in. There we go. Air funnel. Nice. Solid from Bals Muller. It's a combo category. You have to do a combo. So from what I understand from the combo, you have to touch down. You have to get a double pop. I hope I've understood that correctly. But it means we're going to see some different tricks in this round. And Bals Muller has already thrown down a trick. So maybe we don't lose someone from this round. Maybe that's their plan. Because Amado, in effect, would be in this round. Sam Steve, he is the combo master. So, Bals Muller scored a 6-1-3 for that combo. So probably a low scoring combo, looking at the way the scores come in. What Sam Steve got for us, I'm sure, is going to step up the action here. I mean, I've seen this guy do 4 separate rotations, maybe even 5, I don't know, but he is just insane. He's a local spot down like near Le Cat, south of France, and the guy just springs around like a kangaroo. He's just bouncing from move to move, and just some insane combos he's got. What can he do behind the winch though? So if you are just tuning in, we've lost Max Matasek already in this qualification round. It's basically the last place rider in each round gets dropped until we've got 3 riders left, and then it's a sail off for the podium places. Sam Steve from France Neil Pride, JP Ryder, really throwing down the skills in recent times. He's coming in, there's no wake here, just going to go off the flat. Oh, there you go. Funnel burner, was that? Funnel burner one hand. I mean, I'll tell you what, like I said, I know most of the moves, but sometimes they happen so quick. And they're slightly different in the variants. I need the replay just to really make it in. So there we go, funnel, one-handed burner, bosh, through to the next round, guaranteed. Like I say, in the outside, he is busting that and then chucking in another couple. Insane. I mean, how the heck you can do that? It's crazy the skills these guys have got. It's just such a shame we're not getting so many competitions with the whole coronavirus and the whole thing going on around the world. It really is a shame, because we've got some absolutely scary talented guys and girls at the moment in the windsurfing scene, not only in freestyle but in racing. But the freestylers seem to be having a raw deal, not too many competitions, and the wave sailors as well. There we go, score coming in, 8 points for Sam and Steve. So, highest combo score so far. Next up, we should see Leonard Neubauer. I say, this kid is so talented. If you've seen any of his recent videos, you will know what I'm talking about. He goes off. He's set up a kind of a skate park on the water down, I think it's Naxos in Greece. Looks crazy. I mean, really pushing the levels. Got new sponsorship from Red Bull, and deservedly so. Really pushing the limits of freestyle windsurfing. Got some young rippers hanging out near the booth here. Good to see the young kids watching the action. You say that's really what you want to see. We've got enough old fellas in the sport, but it's really good to see the kids. Okay, Leonard Neubauer. Come on, son, what you got for us? I'm expecting him to go big, and I want to see the ramp come back. I actually want to see anyone out there any good at inflatable ramps, you know, made out of the sup material. I was thinking about it the other day, surely it can be designed that you can just inflate a ramp and then just have the middle bit as a harder bit which the board can go up, but the outside and the main structure of the ramp is like an inflatable sup. It'd be way cool. You can sell them. They probably cost a lot of money, but in that flat water spots around the world, we've got one in Portugal. It'd be amazing to have an inflatable ramp, and then you just buy like this hard bit in the middle with a gap, or maybe you just have small fins. Be pretty sick. I'm not sure where these ideas come from. I maybe I don't even know if it's possible. I won't lie to you. But I still think the ramp will come back. These things go in circles, and I think it's time to bring the ramp back until we get bored of it. But it'd definitely make here interesting. Big old metal ramp, not like the Bercy ramp. Anyone remembers the indoor from Bercy in France? That thing was absolutely lethal. Den Windsurfing says, can Amado do multitasking? IQ foil and do tricks, jibes and tacks? He probably could. He could probably throw down his move on the first reach. Palater says the ramp. That would be cool. Yeah, I'm into the ramp. It's just time. It's just time to bring the ramp back. I think Tom Hartman, who used to be the main man running the EFPT events, he's moved on recently, handed it over. But yeah, I remember he built a pretty decent ramp, and they had it here in Switzerland for a few years, as far as I remember. Maybe that's floating around somewhere. literally floating around somewhere. Or maybe it's not, maybe it's parked on a trailer somewhere. What do you guys think about the ramp? Should we bring the ramp back? I mean, don't get me wrong, I like to see wave sailing, but not everywhere in the world, like flat water spots, lakes, are blessed with perfect, you know, real ramps. I've still got one of the old London indoor ramps at the OTC in Weymouth. That thing weighs a ton. That's why I was wondering if it's possible to do an inflatable one. I mean, still be heavy, but not the same deal. Let's work on it. Or maybe we just stick a load of old inflatable sups together. Build one out of them. Okay, Leonard Neubauer, come on, son. I feel like we're stalling here. I need to get Max Manasek in this booth. I'll see if we can get a couple of guys to join me here. You don't want to hear me talking to myself. Come on, Leonard. Red Bull on the wetsuit. Nice, nice. Obviously looking after him. Good to see. I'm still waiting for Red Bull to bring out like mineral water or something for the athletes. Still water. Here we go. Leonard Neubauer, the German, living over in Greece. What's he got behind the boat? He's one of the up-and-coming talents. Combo. It's just, just ridiculous, isn't it? What they can do. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be last with that combo. So Bals Muller might be struggling here. Look like funnel burner. I'll have another look at that in a second. It's had pretty much a 180 on the end. Couldn't quite get it round. David Fisher, will you make a comeback if the ramp comes back? I would like a ramp in Portugal, I won't lie to you. I would love a ramp there. I'm thinking about making one, that's why I was thinking about it. Just not sure you're allowed to put it in the water. It might be classed as a hazard. So, Leonard Neubauer, let's have a look. Scores should be coming in soon. At the moment, it is, I'm pretty sure it's Bals Muller that is missing out. Yeah, we've lost Max Manasek, Mardo Vrieswijk's not. So Bals Muller with 6.13 is missing out. Leonard Neubauer, I know I pronounced it wrong, 8.38, so he's through to the next round. Do they all go through to the next round? That's the question I've got. Do they all go through to the next round? Jentel Kers is up next, and Mardo Vrieswijk has already left to go get ready for the IQ Foil World Championships. Because he is racing, he is multitasking, as I think Dan said before. Here we go, Jentel Kers combo. So there's no boat creating the wake, it's just off the flat. Need the double pop. Jentel Kers, what's he got for us? Freestyle world champion. Oh, he managed to pull it out. It was a big air funnel or burner on the first. Almost got too much pop and then struggled to get round the second one. What did that compare to Bals' first one? Will we lose Jentel Kers? It's big, almost too big. Landed flat, would have been planing, but because it's a combo discipline, you have to do a combo, so you had to pop again. Almost too good to pop. Basher says Leonard's got the most stickers on his sail. There you go. He with the most stickers gets the most money. Maybe. Maybe not. Got to keep the sponsors happy. I mean, windsurfing is great for that, really. We've got a big billboard that we carry around with us. There's not many sports where you carry around this massive, big advertising billboard. I'm surprised we don't have more sponsors. Come on, guys. Must be some potential windsurfing sponsors out there. Maybe I should start a Windsurfing.TV agency for riders. Results coming through. What have we got? Jentel Kers. Ooh! How does that work? 6 points from Jentel Kers is less than Bals Muller, do we lose someone from this round? If we do, Yentl Kers will be out. So maybe we don't. Maybe it's just Amado Vrieswijk getting knocked out because he, you know, he's not going, so he forfeits his place in the round. So maybe that's why Yentl was not looking too stressed. Robert's saying, would you want to use the ramp when there's wind or towing? No, when I'm talking about ramp when there's wind, that would be my theory for it. On flat water spots, so lakes around the world, flat water spots. I'm a bit biased because we've got a very good flat water spot in Portugal, and I always think, well, it'd be great to have a ramp. I could go practice some port tack sailing because it's starboard tack on the sea. So it's just a selfish thought, but I'm sure there must be people around the world that love a ramp. If you could just buy an inflatable ramp that you kind of piece together, it'd be great. Maybe you could sell it to other sports as well. Yeah, I think main structure, inflatable. Got a few comments coming about this ramp. I'm sure it's going to be popular. Inflatable all around the sides with bumpers, and then the middle bit's like a whatever with a slot in it, and you could change the angle of the kicker. Come on, let's get this round going. So next, oh, this is interesting. So the next, it's going to be hard because the wind's picking up, it's getting a bit choppy. The next sort of category is regular stance. So pretty much everyone so far has been switch stance. It's difficult to explain because for a non-freestyler or whatever, you'll think, well, they all start the same, but they are actually sailing switch stance because it's easier. So for this category, they have to have their feet on the opposite side of the board to what they've been doing so far. So that's regular stance. So you're going to see culos, maybe air bobs. Don't know what else we're going to see. See some interesting tricks. So we will be mixing it up in this round, and we'll be losing a rider. Pretty sure we haven't lost a rider from that last round due to, well, we do. We lose Amado Vrieswijk. He just didn't actually go. Yeah. So if people are just joining us, we've got 4 different rounds. We lose a rider every round. So far we've lost Max Matasek and we lost Amado Vrieswijk from the last round, who forfeited his place due to not being able to sail. So we still have all the riders you just saw still in. 4 riders left. This is the penultimate category, regular stance, and then the last category we should have 3 riders in it, and it's just full send, biggest move, and that will decide the podium places. So 4 riders in this one. Bals Muller up first, needs to be regular stance. So watch now, he'll switch his feet to the other side of the board. There he is. See how much more awkward that is. We should see culos, air bobs. What we got, it looks scary that side, doesn't it? Big old Kono. That would have won the airtime, but that thing was massive. That thing was absolutely huge, and that's what they want to see. That's what the judges are doing the categories for, because we're seeing a few different moves coming in, not just seeing the funnels. And here we go again. That thing was just huge. Nearly landed, absolutely clean, but I'm sure the judges said they're not scoring the landed. How does it go? I don't know. So we'll wait for the scores to come in. Jan says inflatable ramps with jet streams of water. Yeah, I'd agree. Just pumps the water around, pushes it onto the ramp. Like I say, you'd probably have to have a hard shell in the middle. Slidey one. What's Bals Muller scoring? What's he? 7.88. So decent for a regular stance move, but regular stance, you know what that means. We saw Yentl Kers pull off the double air culo yesterday. To do a double air culo, you've got to be regular stance. Will Yentl Kers go for the double air culo? Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to see when his run comes up. It would not surprise me. Or will he save that for the full send? Let's see. Well, we got Yentl Kers up next. Who cares? Yentl Kers. We will find out. Will he go for the double air culo? Will he just go for a big, massive culo? For all the Spanish people out there, no, I'm not talking about the culo. I'm Talking about windsurfing move. Here we go, regular stance. Yentul Cares, like I say, pulled off a flawless double air culo yesterday in the qualification. Here we go, pushing that sail down. So much power. He wants the double, and he pretty much gets it. That is one of the hardest moves in windsurfing, let alone towing. Didn't quite get the pop that he got yesterday. What will the judges say about that? Didn't quite get the cheers from the crowd that we had yesterday. I mean, he got so much height yesterday, but look at that. I mean, pretty solid. Kind of swam the last bit round, but when you think how hard that move is and the commitment it takes to do it, fair play. As we wait for the scores to come in from the judges. Interesting, last man will go out in this, and there will be only 3 left who will get places on the podium. At the moment, Balsmuller 7.5. Yentul Cares needs to beat 7.5. Technical difficulty was there for sure. Not as good as yesterday, but it's a double air culo. It's the equivalent of a push forward in wave sailing, that manoeuvre. One of the highest scoring tricks you can do. Oh, and I tell you what, he only just scrapes ahead of Balsmuller. 7.88. 7.88. We're not looking at the overall stand-ins, it's round by round, just in case you were wondering. So 7.88 from Yentul Cares. 2 riders left to go. Samastee from France up next. JP, Neil Pride rider. Does he like regular stance this way? He looks a little bit shaky trying to get his feet in. Is he set? He's not really up to speed. He's going to have to go some, and he's not. Oh! Oh my God. I'm not sure that's going to count, but that looked pretty brutal. He didn't look set. He was struggling to get his feet in, and then nearly ends up T-boning the boat. Look at this, cuts in hard. I think the boat kind of thought he wasn't going to cut in like that. Oh, he did well to avoid. Woo. Carnage, absolute carnage. Well, pretty sure he's going to get another run. Just struggling to get his feet in the straps then. And that's what caused all the hassle. The boat maybe thought he was going for a wider approach. Boat come in and then he cut in on the whip. Could have been a lot worse. Gladly everyone is looking okay. So still got 2 riders left. We've got Leonard Neubauer from Naxos in Greece. German. Does he say, actually maybe he's sail under Greece sail number now? Because someone did tell me he was got the Greek Red Bull sponsorship, so it would make sense if you sail under Greece. I didn't actually check. I just saw a G on the sail. Maybe he's comboing it up. If you are just joining us, you've missed it. You've missed a few things, but the final will be coming up soon. We're going to lose a rider. It's a knockout style. We're on to the regular category, which means they have to be regular stance, which is very awkward getting towed in, but we've seen some big moves already been thrown down. Balsmuller going for that big old kono, getting some absolutely epic height. We've seen Yentul Cares throwing down quite a low double air culo, but the key word in there is double air culo. Key words, I should say. Looks like they have, you know, thrown down the gauntlet. We've got 2 riders left to go. The last place rider in this round will not make the final 3, and then we will go and decide the podium places. The wind is slowly picking up. We have the IQ Foil World Championships warming up upwind. They're about to start their slalom rounds, and it is all to play for in that IQ Foil World Championships. Top 12 go through to a kind of medal race format, which I will explain later when we go live at 3 o'clock. That medal race will all be televised tomorrow. That's when all the finals will go. So this week for the IQ Foil World Championships, it's all about qualifying in the top 12. Like I said, we are on with a tow-in at the moment. It's the EFPT tow-in, and this will count towards the overall rankings. And the EFPT, interesting, will have an overall world champion, which is like tow-in, foil style, and regular windsurfing, regular normal freestyle. So kind of interested to see who wins that. But Sam and Steve, going to get another go here. Needs to get his feet into that regular stance. The wind has picked up, and you've got to push so hard on that sail, back-winded, to keep it down. And he looks much more comfortable now. Look how hard he's pushing down as he's bouncing into that boat. Sam and Steve, what's he got? Oh, he's going out the boat. Oh, double culo. Gets gone without the boat, so didn't want the chop, just to keep that height down on the first maneuver to get the double pop. That's what he's famous for. How will it score? Here we go. So here's the culo, planing into culo. Absolutely epic, you've got to say. So the tow-in format is basically a show format. It's we're just whittling down the riders to the top three, and then it's just going to be the biggest score, the biggest move, the biggest crowd pleaser. It's all about entertaining the people on the beach here in Silver Plana and doing something when there's not enough wind to do normal windsurfing. Obviously, when there's enough wind to do normal windsurfing, the guys go and bust out the normal freestyle moves. But when there's not enough wind, they still take to the water, get the pictures, put on a show, and show what can be done. So Sam and Steve scoring 8.25. So at the moment it's Balsmuller with a 7.50, who is not qualifying. The only guy that can change that is this guy, Leonard Neubauer. If he gets below 7.5 points, he won't be in the final three. Here we go. What's Leonard got for us? Needs to go big. Regular stance. Oh, he had a little wobble. It's not the best takeoff, but it makes it round the Kono. I don't think that's going to be enough. He didn't get the pop. He looks disappointed. I think he knows that won't be enough to take down Muller. Muller went massive. We'll have to wait and see, but let's have another look at it. Oh, we just glitched out on my screens. I didn't quite see the replay. Maybe you guys did at home, but didn't get the pop. The judges want to see height. Didn't hear many woos from the crowd. We'll have to wait and see. That would be a bit of a disaster for Leonard Neubauer. He's been one of the standout riders all competition, really. And that's the problem with this style of format. You get one go, one mistake, you ain't going through. So will we see the local favourite, Balsmuller, the crazy man from Switzerland, making it through? And we do. Leonard Neubauer, 5.88. He will not be in the final three. Yeah, he is sailing under a grease sail number. Good to see. So there we go. Almost a shock right there at the end. Although you say a shock, Balsmuller, we know that guy. You know, in front of the home crowd, in front of his sponsors, he wants to put on a show. And Leonard, he would have fancied his chances at taking the win here. So he'll be slightly gutted with that, but he won't be in the final three. So the final three will be Balsmuller, it will be Sam Steve, and it will be Yentel Cares. And we will do one more round. So there's 3 more runs to go, and then we will know the podium places. Looks like no one wants to join me here in the commentary booth today. I have to say it's a bit nippy here on the end. So actually, Bals, who joined me for quite a lot of the time yesterday, is obviously still in the show, so makes it sense. If you are tuned in and you're waiting for the IQ Foil World Championships, that will be coming up at 3 o'clock this afternoon, so in 4 hours time. Okay, Balsmuller, what's he got for us? Yeah, Leonard Neubauer is packing his bags. What are we going to see from Bals? He's got one go. Are we going to see the no-hander? We saw him really extend yesterday. Where's he going? He's off to the beach. So Bowles Muller. Where is he going? Is he gonna... Well, I'm interested to see here. We know... Well, from what we can see on the results, unless it's an overall accumulation score, but I haven't been told that. Well, maybe it is. Maybe I've got it all wrong. Okay, well, there we go. That shows how much the commentator knows. It might be an overall standing, so there we go. That makes more sense. It makes sense for the results that are coming through as well, because they have got the accumulative points. So Bowles Muller will not be going through to the next round. So scratch what I just said. We got Sam Steve, Leonard Neubauer and Jentel Kers. They have been the standouts all week, and it does make sense, I guess, to have the accumulative score, but it means you cannot mess up one round. Well, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. There we go. Sam Steve just sailing over to get the tow rope. So let's see what the boys are going to throw down. This is a full send category. What does it mean? Well, it means you just let it all hang out, go for broke. Biggest moves wins. Biggest crowd pleaser will take the cash. I should tell you though, it's pretty equal crash, everything from last to first. This is a show category, so they didn't want the riders to go safe just to, you know, make a couple of extra quid. So what they've done is they've evened out the prize money. They want to see the show go down. Richard Peenham said it's cold on the grandstand too. Yeah, you're too right. We need those little outside heaters here. The sun is shining in the sun. Looks nice though. Okay, what have we got going on? Come on, let's get some action going down. 3 runs to go. Sam Steve's gone for a little swim. Sam Steve, he's going to be first up. What are we going to see from the young Frenchman? Breaststroke by the looks of it. Let's get this show on the road. Battle for the podium places. They're all going to be on the podium, but in what order? That's the question. The wind is picking up. Actually, a few white caps on the lake right now. Silver Planner has been delivering the goods, I can tell you. But like I say, looking upwind, we've got white caps coming down. It's got to be 15, maybe a bit more knots, but obviously we've got a lot of altitude up here in the Swiss mountains, so the air is not as dense. So if you're reading 20 knots on the wind meter, it doesn't feel like 20 knots in your sail. So yeah, but we're doing the towing, so that's going to make it quite exciting. We've got a bit of chop coming through the course. Who is going to win out? Sam Steve, Leonard Neubauer, or probably the hot favourite Jentel Kers. He's been throwing down the biggest moves all week. Like I say, a flawless double air culo yesterday, which was pretty amazing to see. So, Sam Steve, come on son, let's get you on that board. Let's get you throwing down some big moves. Here we go. Come on, let's get the Frenchman up in the air. We want a nice clean run here. Is he going regular stance? No, he's going switch stance. So we're going to see maybe Burner's funnel combo. He needs to go big if he wants to win. Oh, Scopu, and it's, oh, Scopu combo. I wasn't expecting that. That chop would not have helped him. He's happy with that. I mean, that doesn't happen very often. We've got Adam Sims next to me.
Yo.
Scopu combo.
Yeah, Scopu trying into a burner there. So.
Is that even possible outside?
Yeah, I mean, these guys, they do that. It's Sam, wasn't it? So that's...
We get a second replay on our laptops here because I've got my YouTube a little bit late. That's a big old Scopu, and then
going for the burner, yeah.
That has just come out. That sail had just come out.
just missing a little bit of speed, I think. So that's just you know. Not
How are
quite.
the judges going to score that?
It's going to be interesting. I mean, the
Pushing the level, pushing the limit.
Absolutely, that's what we want to see. I mean, we want to see that those moves happening. So I think they're going to score it quite high, even though it wasn't complete. So.
Well, he's thrown down the gauntlet, let's say. Waiting for the score to come in. It's a cumulative score for the overall. I thought it was a round by round. I got confused.
I believe it's cumulative. Yeah, for the
Okay.
overall, the top three. So.
Okay, well, Sam Steve has just got 8.88 for that.
So they're scoring it high. Oh, that's good. Nice to see.
I like it. I like it. They've got to reward people pushing the level. Otherwise, we're going to end up with the same moves. So
10.0 from Yento. I haven't seen the score. I've been running around with the camera, so I've not seen the score. So
Yeah.
just see them now for the first time. Amazing. Huh? First move, 10 points.
Bosh. Was that? Oh, yeah.
That's how you start it. 10 points.
Maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed it.
So Steve.
Sam and Steve, 8.88. Here we go. So, well, I'm glad to know Adam Sims was working out if it was a cumulative or not. It's your best 3 scores by the looks of it, so you get to discount 1. Yentel Kers is looking in good position, but this is Leonard Neubauer. What's he got for us? He should, with a good, solid move here, put himself on the podium, that's for sure. Oh, it's massive! Absolutely massive. That is the biggest trick I've seen all week. That thing was huge. My life, he went into orbit right then. Whoa. I didn't think he was going to come down. So let's see if we can see the replay on that. That was huge. I've got one on my... oh man. That thing was the biggest trick I've seen all week. By a mile. You should have done that in the airtime one. That was a 10 air. No doubt about it. Oh, I'm glad we're not seeing all the same tricks every round. It's good to see the guys mixing it up. But we've got a bit of a normal breeze, which is giving them that extra bit of pop. But the kid from Greece just went huge. Waiting for his score to drop in. It's got to be big. It's got to be 9.50. There you go. It goes into the lead. Yentel Kers cannot mess up this jump. Otherwise, the young man from Greece is going to take the victory. Sam Steve in second place at the moment. Yentel Kers could cause the upset. Are we going to see a clean double air culo? Can he do the same move? I mean, well, all will be seen very soon. That thing was just massive. Okay, Yentel Kers about to make it happen. Can he get another victory here in Silver Planet? He's done it before. Can he do it again? Yentel Kers, what's he got for us? Oh, it was sweet. It was landed. It was clean. It didn't have the height, but the landing was smoother. Adam Sims, tell me, what is your unbiased, non-judging, watching
I'm not biased
opinion?
on this. I gotta say, I mean, Lennart's airscoper was insane, no?
Massive.
Biggest one we've seen in towing, that's for sure.
What does he need though? I can't even work out the points right now. I'm guessing
I think he wanted kind of this more double air burner rotation.
Yeah.
Perhaps didn't quite get the height he wanted to achieve that. So.
Well, Leonard scored 9.63 for his massive Scopoo. So I can't even work out the points right now, but I'm pretty sure he's going to need 8.75 or something around there.
Yes, 8. Trying to do some maths.
Well, he
No,
just
not
needs
so much,
3.
like
yeah, he needs
7.
8.75.
8.75.
Needs
right.
more than 8.75. Yentel Kers, we're waiting for the score to drop. He gets 8.13. It's not enough.
Damn.
Leonard Neubauer, did he win last year?
He's
Yentel
leading.
won.
No, he won in Austria.
He won in Austria.
Yeah, so he won in Austria, now he won here.
Leonard is the man to beat. I should say the kid to beat. He's not a man yet, surely. He's only a little nipper. What a display from the young man from Greece. Like I said, sponsored by Red Bull this year, deservedly so. Set up his own skate park over there in Naxos, and it's paid off, delivering the goods. 2 scores, over 9 points. Yentl Cares just didn't quite get what he needed, I think, on that last move. We're going to get Yentl Cares in here to talk us through. Yentl, mental Yentl. How is it? Did you do what you wanted to do?
Not really, the last one.
It didn't look like you got the pop.
No, I actually was planning to do the move I did now and pop behind it.
Okay.
But I got a bit stuck in the chop and, I mean, yeah, still cool, it's still fun.
Still, second on the podium. What's your thoughts on the height of that Skopu from Leonard, or was it
That
Skopu?
was as couple and was really, really sick. But I have to say, massive respect also for Sam trying Skopu burner.
Yeah, I was going to say, the guys here, the actual freestylers, the top in the world, Sam's one, I saw all the freestylers go, oh my God, how did he do that?
Yeah,
technically, that is just
technically
insane.
it's really hard, and Leonard's one was massive respect. That's super high, but you know, with a little bit of wind now, it's like more possible. So yeah, for Sam pulling off, like, it's the first time I see someone trying in it towing, so
yeah,
massive respect.
Impressive stuff. So we do have our final 3 riders. One of them's this man, second place for Yentl Cares. Sam and Steve in third. First place, Leonard Neubauer. And we've just finished just in time, just so you know. We've got the IQ Foil Worlds just going over the line. Quite interesting, actually. Nico Goya, Matthias Isaac, and everyone going in. But the freestyle, that is it. But don't go too far away, because tomorrow we have got Tricks for Cash. And if you've ever watched the tow-in before, you will know that always delivers the goods, doesn't it?
Yeah, for me, Tricks for Cash is like the most fun thing to do, because you can just do whatever you want. You don't have to watch the points, which move scores better. You just go pure for the show and have fun.
No, it's been definitely a crowd pleaser in all the other years. This man here, if you've ever seen the pictures of his massive cannonballs, 3 spins without the gear, that is all gonna get thrown down tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. If you didn't see it, you will see it tomorrow, so better tune in.
It's coming. Okay, so there we go. Yentl Cares, Sam and Steve, Leonard Neubauer. That's your top 3. Leonard at the top, Yentl in the middle, and Sam and Steve in third. But tune in tomorrow. Tricks for Cash will go off. Will we bring the wheel of death? We might just do that. Join us later, 3 o'clock for the IQ Foil World Championships. We'll bring in all the updates and who has qualified for the medal races later on finals day tomorrow. Lots going on here at the Vanora Engadinwind by Dakine, and we'll see you later.